God bless you, my brothers and sisters in Christ. Hope you have an amazing day today. As you know by the title, It's the Last Hour. And I got those words from God, which was in a dream. Yes, I'm a dreamer. But before I talk about the dream, I want to say something. So, I recently made a YouTube channel. It's called Dylan Barboza Espanol. In that channel, I'm only going to be preaching in Spanish. Like this channel is like for me, for preaching in English, but my other channel is for me to preach in Spanish. So that's what I'm gonna do. So like my message is so the message that God gives me, so it can reach out to more people, so more people can understand. Because I know two languages, and what's the point of just preaching in one language? And I've been feeling led, so I could also preach in two languages. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to post as much, like in both channels. Like I'm gonna try to keep a balance, but like I'm just gonna try. Okay. Anyways, this dream that I had, which was today, when I woke up. So I was in church in a dream, and we were in the worship part. If you go to church, you know how it feels. Like you got you guys sing, you pray. Like it's so beautiful. Like if you guys don't go to church, and if there's a church that's open around here, like try to seek God. Like it's amazing. Like hearing His word, worshiping, and like it's just amazing. You could really feel His presence. And anyways, like my eyes were open in the dream, because if I close my eyes in the dream, well, of course, which I can't really control. But anyways, so in my church we have instruments. And God speaks like through the instruments to speak to us, which was the people that are in church. Yes. So yeah, there was one of the instruments that went up to me, and like in the dream, and God was speaking through it, and God only gave me 4 words, and it's the last hour. Well, God said it in Spanish, but like, yeah, I'm interpreting them, so like I'm translating them so you guys can actually know. But and then at first when I heard those words, I'm like, well, what can that possibly mean? And after a few seconds in the dream, I'm like, oh wow, Jesus Christ. God is talking about Jesus Christ and how He's coming very soon, and how it's the last hour. And when I woke up, I just felt led. I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling led to, like, I just had that like strong feeling in my spirit, like tell it, like warn others. And if you get these dreams like these, like about God, like don't just keep it silent. Don't just like keep it to yourself. Like just like, well, you're supposed to be led by the Spirit too. Like if you have like someone who you're close to, just tell them about a dream. Be like, hey, you know, is it okay if I tell you this dream? Awesome. If they say yes, be like, okay, so I had a dream about this. I don't really know what it means. Do you know what it means? And like, yeah, like just tell others. But if it's better if you tell a believer, because if you tell a non-believer, yeah, they're gonna go against you. Be like, oh, it's just a dream. I also thought it was just a dream, but that dream, I just felt like I needed to warn others, and it's like a wake-up call. So for those who are like sleeping spiritually or dead spiritually, well, you're gonna be watching this video, whoever's watching this, but without even realizing, your spirit might be sleeping, your spirit might be dead. So this video is for you, or it's for everybody, so like you can see where you are. Just stop where you are and just think where you are. Are you giving as much time for God as you are for other things? Well, God is supposed to be number one. People are like, oh yeah, God, you're my number one. But the first thing they do when they wake up, their phone. And then like they put other things first, and so like then they just put God like 2, 3, or 4. But no, we're supposed to put God first. And it's the final hour. It's the last hour, as what God told me. And this video isn't about judging others. No, it's just a wake-up call to see if you are ready or not, because it's that last hour. If you aren't ready, Jesus Christ is going to leave you behind. But if you are in Christ, if you are seeking His presence, then you are going to go with Him. Don't be deceived. Because, yeah, there's going to be many people deceiving others, and worse, themselves being deceived. And I'm feeling led to go in John 3:17. John 3:17. Okay, it's gonna take me a bit. Okay. John 3:17. And I am here. Oh yeah. A lot of you guys know about John 3:16, which says, "For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." But there's also a thing after that, which is verse 17, what not many people know about, and they don't really pay close attention. But verse 17 is also important, and it says, "For God sent not His Son into the world to condemn the world," which means deceive the world, "but that the world through Him might be saved." God sent His Son to save us. Well, there are going to be some of you like, well, what is God trying to save us from? Well, since we all have sinned, for all have fallen short of the glory of God, which means we've sinned. Everybody have sinned. And, well, what is sin? Well, the wages of sin is death. So, since we all have sinned, since we all have did wicked, we all would deserve death. And death is an eternal punishment, which is in hell. But God sent His one and only Son, the grace of God. He sent His one and only Son to die on that cross. We're saved by grace through faith. As I just said, the grace of God, that He sent His one and only Son. Well, what about the faith part? What is the faith part? Have faith that He really did. We're supposed to believe in the death and burial and resurrection. Do you believe in the death, burial, resurrection? Or do you just say, oh yeah, I believe it, but in your head you're still thinking, well, how do I have proof? Well, it's not about proof, it's about faith. We can't physically see God. It's like air. We could feel like the presence, but we can't see God. And it's also like, God is also like oxygen. We need Him, but we can't see Him. And you have an amazing day today. This message is like a wake-up call for those who aren't in Christ to turn to Christ now. You know what? I wasn't planning on doing this, but I feel like at the end of the video, I'm going to be putting a video, I'm going to say that it's best for viewers. So if you get a video, like maybe around here, like watch it, because God either wants to speak to you through that video, like any type of video. I'm not gonna choose which video for everybody. I'm gonna click best viewer. So like, well, best for viewer. Like whatever video that I made in the past. And if you guys get a video, I encourage you to watch it. Am I forcing you? No, it's your choice. But yeah, have an amazing day. Stay vigilant and keep fighting the good fight of faith. God bless you all.